Just gonna let this play. Hopefully I can get it to start from the beginning here. By patterns of arsenic abuse. My dad arsenic abused me to get away with rape. Then my brothers poisoned me. My brother poisoned up my friends. My brother would intervene in my relationships to either get them to go against me, to psychologically torture me within relationships with affairs, or however it would be to just wreck my reality. So my brother's been wrecking my reality. My brother was staged with my supposed friend, a proxy made friend, to have continuing to poison me. The poisoning has stripped me from my ability to reason through multiple areas of my life in order to make me act as subservient to them and their abuse. So it's all been very manipulative and just covert narcissism that these sociopaths have been wanting to take inside of my life. It's very calculated and cold. I don't know what to do if nobody can intervene because it's my story and it's the reality. I wish it were anything else other than that, but it's the truth. Police were going into our house unknowingly until knowingly without warrants. So I believe that there's corruption at play. Heavy duty corruption at play to convert the reality of my father getting anything owed to him for how he treated me growing up. My sister. Oh, he poisoned me. How he came on me. Literally. And now that I'm able to have these memories, no one's doing anything. No police are doing anything. No one's doing anything. I literally have proof of admittance to the poisoning. I have other proofs that I've sent to the police. Nothing is being done. My identity was being stripped. Not only my government identity, but my actual identity and integral identity. So my character's been completely assassinated by my brothers, my proxy made friend, and proxy made lovers in order to prepare for complete identity theft and complete erasing me. I'm looking for supporters. I don't know where to get them. I've been hacked left and right. This is my 4th Facebook page. I'm hoping that I can get your help, and I'm hoping that you can support me by sharing this message. I don't know what else to do. These people are killing me. They're, they've literally They've literally taken this game in my life that's not only aiming to kill me, but its aims were to take away my whole entire life from me. Right. To not be able to see it before killing me. So, totally erasure. The idea there was to poison me up so blindly and have subservient trust with my proxy made friend. That was to poison me up so blindly to die, where I would have been poisoned all of my life, unable to speak, unable to reason through what was happening to me, unable to reason through the covert warfare that I was feeling I was in, like, throughout my life, trying to figure out what was happening to me, but not having my memories and not having my ability to think back. So it staged up my life for complete closing in on my life, to where it literally took my whole life away from me. I wish that I could get my message to be in front of Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate and other influencers so that hopefully I can get the support that I need. Otherwise, these people are legitimately going to get away with the rest of the corruption that they've been building the whole time for my life. And they're going to get away with it without people's eyes being able to see or do anything at all in order to save my life. I have not gotten to live my own life. Still to this day in my life, I have not gotten to live my own workmanship where it's not being stolen. I haven't gotten able to live my own health and my own mental health where it's been being biologically hacked. They've been stealing away my identity, and so they've also been hacking me, and so they've also been hijacking other areas of my identity, my credit, with aims to take my house, take my everything away from me. Literally.
Literally, yeah.
Literally stealing everything from me to lead me to die. I don't know what to do about these crimes against me, but be able to continuously speak out, because right now I'm in a situation where it's like I'm much like fighting for my life, physically. And when I have gone in, they further gaslight me. They make it all mental health, and I'm absolutely telling the truth about this crime. So I'm like Stockholm syndrome, or the story of Stockholm where his family was poisoning him up to dead. It's kind of the same situation, just worse on different levels, because you're talking about completely energy transfer, energy harvesting off of my life so that these people can get away with absolutely taking my life from me and preventing me from getting correct representation, getting correct justice, getting correct medical treatment and medical care, getting corrective action in any circumstance that I've had to live through. It's been that way the entire time, and now that I can see it for what it is, and I can reason through all of these millions of memories of where I was poisoned, how they poisoned me, how they psychologically affected me, how they were torturing me, how they were smear campaigning me, slandering me, creating premeditated scenes, premeditated relationships, and also having admittance of a few people telling me that Jesse was making advancements on them. I had a girlfriend tell me that he had came up on her and was all like, "Oh, how about a big wet sloppy kiss?" And she just couldn't stand that I was friends with him or that he was my friend, because she didn't see it after then.
I just wanted to say that she couldn't stand that I couldn't see the reality behind who he was, and I couldn't see the reality of anything, truthfully. I was having really difficult times with my memory and my ability to see these things because of the poisoning, so that when I did come to find out and I did move differently, finally, after so many times of just not being able to reason, the only thing that I had to hold on to was literally the memory itself that these people are trying to kill you. And literally I fought to get home to write it down, because otherwise, if I didn't do that and I didn't fight to get home and write it down, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have had that memory again. It would have just been washed like all other times. that I have literally memories now of like having the slight information I needed to know that I needed to move away from Jesse Lee and move away from these people, but I wasn't able to, because I wasn't able to hold on to that memory so many times over. So you're talking about a heart's ache of emotional times physical pain that just it's dropped me to the ground, literally.
She didn't see it. And then I've also had another girlfriend that was in Proxy to poison me. Multiple, I should say, I've had multiple girlfriends that were by design to continue keeping me within proximity of them to control my life and poison me. So either way, I'm looking for help out here, and I don't know what to do exactly because they're literally staging me up to die. And it's literally like happening from systems and levels embedded in the system that I don't know if there's a way I can reach breakthrough or get to people that care because the police don't seem to care. The system doesn't seem to care. The medical facilities don't seem to care.
They don't.
And I'm hoping to just get to an influencer that cares. So I'm trying to like literally break through the algorithm of like, having to start over on these accounts for this many times to attack it to hopefully be able to get people to reason with the fact that they should share this because I've been so thoroughly targeted, so thoroughly made into a targeted individual, and that these people are stalking me, they're harassing me, they're harassing my house, they're trying to take every last little thing away from me within my house, my utilities, my availability to escape with my health, get even to the court date that they're making for me to make up a crime coming from me when the whole crimes have been coming from them the entire time with no help. And so they're like taking the anger of my coming out of a long-standing poisoning as basically the crime itself when it's just not right. So I'm hoping that I can get your help to break this algorithm. Otherwise, they just literally took my life and they're trying to take my life from birth to the grave, and I'm tired of it. So I'm hoping that I can get your help. Please help support me. Please share this message.
I think I have you figured out. It's like you.
Right, and if the patterns there is clear to me because if they're able to not only protect these the sex traffickers and protect the rape that my father got away with for already this long and what he's done to me, and then the campaigning that these people have done to legitimately stage my life in all avenues of my life without my awareness being on point. If it wasn't for the real world and me being on the real world and me being in Andrew Bass's class, I don't think that I would be here. I literally don't think that I would have had the fight to like many avenues of that fight, I should say, but like the fight to even like get home to write it down so that I wouldn't lose that memory all over again. Because if I did at that point and then dealt with the cyanide attacks that came next, there's no way I would have lived through those cyanide attacks. I didn't even think I was going to live through, I don't know, 20 of the attacks, but especially the last like 5 to 10 attacks that these people prepared to take me out covertly and make my death look like an innocent death, basically. And it's been murder. So these people act like they're afraid of me. They act like they have something to be scared of me for when I'm just legitimately telling them to repent and telling the system to do their job. And legitimately, if they want to protect them, at least I should be able to suggest that I deserve to get a new name and a social security number and move along with the rest of my life, away from them being able to continuously hack me and hijack my life. And if they want my name and they like, you know, they want all the information of my name and the credit, like I can't get on like Credit Karma because it's been taken over. I can't like I've caught legitimately like the actual places inside of my credit reports from all three where these people have legitimately taken over my identity to perform, to like I can't get in. Like I'm who I say I am, but it's as if the world and the system and the police and these people are already playing the part as if I'm already dead, which is why I've been saying that, like, even in that accident that was set up before, like, making it into this house, long after that accident, I should say. But it was definitely a set up scene where the accident itself was basically used for multiple reasons to try and exclude me from my own reality of like my own grind, my own workmanship, and my own income. And like it literally was that explosion in my life at the time that has been explosions all over my life. So you can kind of think about my life as like a war zone where it's like all of these strategic and covert operations are happening to legitimately take me out from being able to be my truest self, my truest nature, and my truest grind, and my truest workmanship, and my truest ability to relationships and social life, and just every aspect of my life being covertly controlled, specifically because the psychology behind these people would be like needing me dead before figuring it out. And now that I've figured it out, the ante has been upped like big time, big time. And you can kind of think of it as like if that's okay for them to protect these people and they want my identity, let them have my identity, but at least let me have my humanity and my body and my time and energy, and like give me a different name and social security number. And I have no problem leaving these people be. They can go ahead and live out their lives and not go to jail for all of their many crimes against me if they want to protect their corruption and their crime and whatever. But I should at least be able to break through that algorithm somehow to establish a life outside of what their control grid is in my life. Because if not, it's legitimately like they've taken my whole life away from me, from inception to the grave. And that I don't even get a sliver of, like, say this table here, if I was just to take a sliver off of it, which I can't do obviously, but I mean I could, but I'm just saying if I got a little tiny sliver, and it's like, picking out a sliver from your hand or something, and that being the only value of your life as opposed to the whole table being your life or the whole tree being your life, and they're not even allowing me that, like, legitimately. So that's why I'm out here asking for people to share and support my work, because legitimately, if I was obviously left to my own accord and my own truest nature, none of these things would be happening. Hell, a lot of my own responses throughout life wouldn't have happened the way that they did. You feel me? Like, I would have been able to see these things a lot sooner and, like, ran away. Like, I wanted to at times. But, like, literally, like, within 24 hours or less, you don't even remember that you wanted to run away or why you were thinking what you were thinking. You literally don't have your reasoning skills to be where you need them to be because of the poisoning that people would administer into my body unwittingly. And you wouldn't see that coming because it's like you're not thinking that your own friend, and the people that you're around can do such a horrible thing to you. But that's the detrimental factor of my gang stalking, because it's like not only coming from systems that are securing the efforts of this corruption and the corrupt ways that I believe we're hitting the tip of the iceberg with, like, Tim Walz and all of these corruptions with the taxes and all that kind of stuff within the state of Minnesota. But it's a lot deeper than people can imagine. And there's a lot more demons at play or evils at play that are legitimately trying to determine my life so that I just can't break free. I can't break out of a cycle that A, I can't see at times in my life, but B, I can't break out of the cycle when the people that are supposed to be protecting me, and even certain family members and certain friends, that you just don't have, like, a normalcy of being able to get away from these people. And so that's why I'm asking you guys to share my work and to share my content, hoping to break through this algorithm and break through the cycle of abuse in my life. I'm 44 years old, and literally at times it's like I have memories coming back to me where I'll be crying like I'm 5, or I'll be crying like I'm 12 all over again because of the factors of the memory that's created there, and remembered there, that, like, it literally acts inside of my body and inside of my physiology, that I am that again. And it's really harsh and hard to, like, even articulate to that level of, like, oh my gosh, I'm crying as, like, a 5-year-old. I'm crying as a 32-year-old. I'm crying as a 7-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, just different memories coming back together. And sometimes it's like it's so much pain that it's like it's like tears of, like, lamenting my own physical reality. Like I'm lamenting to my own death before dying. I don't know how to describe that. It's like a hymn song where it's like, like you have, like, this. It's literally like a hymn, like a very painful hymn that, like, if you hear that certain tone, or that you feel and hear that, not hear, but you know what I don't know if I can explain that, but you feel like a hymn going right through your body from, like, all sorts of places of your life where you're literally like, oh God, I'm gonna cry. But that's it. It's like you're legitimately lamenting who you otherwise would be and who you wanted to be, and all the places that you had been forced into instead of being able to be your own being. So it's like lamenting myself at 7 and 12 and 22 and 38, like all combined into one mix. So I don't know if it makes sense, but it if I can make sense of it, you can have like your favorite song played and you can love your favorite songs, you know, but try and play like 17 of them songs all at the same time. And that's like legitimately the feeling. Like they're all like super sad songs. And none of them like actually correspond to like sound good together. So it literally like um I don't know, it just drops me. It literally drops me. I don't know how else to explain that, but the tears are heavy. The pain is heavy. And that's why I'm out here speaking out my truth. So I hope I can gain your support and your love and your consideration for, you know, what would happen, like in Stockholm, the movie, you know, like the guy, like obviously people could see it because they could see all sides in the movie, you know. But what would you do for that guy if he made it away from them and escaped? And he was no longer going back to the people that were doing it to him. Like, what would you want to do to help him? And that's kind of what I'm asking for. Please share my efforts. I'm trying to break through the algorithm that's out here because the algorithm is psychotic. They don't want me to break through. That's why they hack me. They don't want me to have an outreach of support. That's why they're hijacking my life. Because if I can break through and sincerely have, you know, I don't know, if I had unlimited money and money wasn't a thing, I'd be paying a lawyer $200,000 like that to like go after the rightful parties inside of this campaigning against me. It's just such a large crime that people just don't have the capacity to even think that it's real, but it is. So I'm hoping that I can articulate it well enough to make a regular average person understand that what I'm saying is truthful and that I have every single right to like double the content that I've been creating out here in any kind of fashion that I can. So thanks if you're gonna be a supportive kind, and no thanks to all the trolls that are trying to, you know, smear campaign and work against me, specifically using like brand new channels and whatever. People can be smart enough for themselves to realize that these people are legitimately smear campaign artists. They don't have a real name, they don't have a real story, they don't have a single video, and they're commenting, you know, 7 times or 27 times or whatever, and it's all on my content before I hide the channel, and then, you know, I'll hide 15 channels and then they'll start 2 more. You know what I mean? So anyway, thanks for being here. It means a lot to me if I can get the encouragement that I'm looking for and the help that I'm looking for and the support and love, because this crime against me is very concerning.